Hello, my little goblins. We're back at it again, and this time we are playing Galaxy Eyes for another time. And my goodness, the Galaxy Eyes get a lot of tools. They got Galaxy 100, which is a great card, Photon Emperor, which is a good card, Photon Jumper, which is a really good card, Galaxy Summoner, like a lot of good tools here. And also, they got their boss monster, Neo's Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon, which is unaffected by monster effects, and you can OTK super easy with this card. So yeah, before we were OTKing with this, but this card's affected by monster effects, which is kind of poopy. This card though, it's not. So that's all that matters. You still have to play this though, because this card lets you go into this card. So but yeah, we're gonna play this. We're gonna show pretty much what we do going first. Typically, that's what we want to be doing with this deck. We want to be going first with this deck, and you guys will see why. We could build a going second, but we'll talk more about that in the recap. Okay, let's get into some matches. Hello and welcome to game number one. So we're going first, and we're gonna show kind of what we're talking about when we're talking about this. So we got Photon Thrasher. Orbital is going to grab Galaxy Soldier discards the Galaxy Eyes Photon, add another Galaxy Soldier, and then we are going to summon this, go into Galaxy Photon Dragon, which we add in our Photon Jumper. So this is the basic combo. I mean, pretty much the end board that you want to be looking for. Obviously, if you open super cracked, you can end on more. But you typically want to end on Artifact Durandal with Photon Time Stop. So you'll see what the interaction does here. Our opponent's playing Lab. It's whatever. Here we go. He activates Extrav, probably unaware of what this combo does. So what Artifact Durandal can do. So when a monster effect is activated on the field, or when a normal spell and trap is activated, you can detach material, and it makes the activated effect, instead of it having that, it becomes destroy spell and trap card your opponent controls. Similar to the Abyss Actor field spell, except it's not just set cards, it's like any spell and trap. So I have for this Photon Time Stop here, it forces him to pop it. And what his Photon Time Stop does is, if my opponent pops a card and I control a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon or an XZ monster that has this material, which I do, it just ends my opponent's turn. So my opponent's turn is completely over. It's back to me. And I have Ash. And I have full combo pretty much. My opponent has Big Welcome. And I Ash it. And he just concedes. Because he was getting OTK. Alrighty, so here is going to be here's going to be a very interesting game. Because we're not going to do the traditional play. Because we really don't have the cards to do that play. Because we opened Ash and Maxi. So we're going to do this other play that I really enjoy doing with this deck. So pretty much it involves getting specific cards. So we got Photon Vanisher. This is going to grab the Photon Dragon. Soldier is going to... we actually did not need to make this into a level 4. Because I still have the search, and I don't think I normal summoned yet. So actually, what would have been way better here, I think, personally, is if I made this into a level 8. But it doesn't really matter too much, but you'll see what I'm talking about. So yeah, I get Galaxy Eye Summoner. I go into Star League. See, instead, I could have literally just summoned the Galaxy Summoner. And I could have brought back a level 8 and then used those 2 level 4s to go into Star League. And then I could have either gone into... Harbinger, or I could have gone into the Monster Negate, which is... where is he? This guy right here. Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. But it doesn't matter too much. Bring back this card, which we activates our 100 eyes. We banish their Thunder Dragon Colossus. They're playing Thunder Dragon, so... And then we just add the Photon. So this is still not too bad. We have a pop in hand. So we have a pop. And then we could resurrect the card. Resurrect the Galaxy Photon on his turn to banish another card out of his extra deck. Because we get the look. This card's also really cool if your opponent is playing Baguska. Because technically you can steal their... Because it lets you... For number monsters, you can steal it and summon it on your side of the field. So you can steal their Baguska and summon it in defense and then just lock them out, which I think is hilarious. But this card, since it raises everything 500, this makes it so every monster on the field pretty much is untargetable and can't be destroyed by card effects. So it's actually really nice effect here. So we're gonna maxi our opponent. They end up call buying it. I mean, it is what it is. So there was Lebellion. There's Solar. I end up hitting the Solar because he is playing Thunder Dragon. So, but he had the Roar anyway. So now he can just go into Colossus. He goes into Magma Hut. I use Solar Flare to just pop the Magma Hut so he can't go do Lebellion. And now I use the Photon Siege Lord to bring back this. I guess he didn't want me banishing another card that he had. He's probably running out of stuff to do. But even if he killed the Star Leech doesn't actually do that much. So the card that was over here, one of the new XZ monsters, that card lets me get any card in my pretty much deck. And I also had gas in my hand. So our opponent was pretty much donezo unless they just wiped my entire board. So either way, it was going to be GG. Alrighty, we're here with game number 3, and our hand is looking pretty juicy. But okay, so this is actually a really funny game because my opponent made me go first, and I'm so tired of playing against Mikanko and shit like that. I started using Mikanko sleeve so people think I'm playing it. He just like he actually is playing Mikanko too. He ends up just I max C, and he ends up just passing the turn right back to me. And then he probably thinks I'm playing Mikanko too, but like, I'm just going to OTK him now. So now I'm just going to play full combo. I get Trance, Galaxy Soldier. This is just going to pretty much add Photon Dragon. So easy way to OTK, obviously, get Photon Dragon in the graveyard, Galaxy Transit, and then summon Afterglow. That's a super easy OTK line. It's very hard to beat. There we go. And our opponent is just like ultra mega dead. So we didn't play because we figured he was playing Mikanko, and whatever we summoned anyway was gonna get Kaiju'd. So, and just saying, Mikanko, if they open crazy, they can still OTK you even if you do absolutely nothing. So just remember that. They have to be playing the ultra rare equip spell though. Alrighty, here is game number 4, and our opening hand isn't like horrific, but it's definitely not super ideal. It's not bad. Let me get the Galaxy Soldier. There we go. Like our hand. See, this is like an issue too, like when you're playing with Durandal. I feel like most of the time you're gonna think, oh, I need to be doing this. When in reality, I feel like what you should be doing is just looking for what play, like with the hand I had, there's no shot I was ever gonna do Durandal line, and I shouldn't have gone Durandal, to be completely honest. What I should have done was just go just combo off to build like probably the Star Leech play. Like if I went for the Star Leech play where I went Galaxy Photon with Star Leech and possibly a level 8, or even just went Baguska, like it just would have been vastly better. So just like keep your mind open. I am a little hesitant about going Baguska and like passing because like, I mean, it really falls down to like Kaiju's. Like, dude, I feel like so many people are playing Kaiju's now, but I guess anything gets Kaiju'd, so I guess it's a bad excuse. But either way, I'm gonna use the effect here to shuffle to see if I can get any action, and then I'm just gonna pass because I end up not getting more action. I'm actually our opponent. Our opponent activates Lady Debug, and dude, I know this card has no effect besides the hand shuffle. But look how good it actually ends up being. He Sigmas, and I actually get rid of the hand shuffle. And I draw into Photon Jumper. I don't know if you guys know this, but this card is pretty much a battle fader. Except they don't need to attack me directly. It does skip my next battle phase. But, like, look how many cards I'm drawing. I just drew like full hand. Like my hand's actually like pretty. It's actually okay. It's mediocre, but it's pretty decent. So I'm gonna photon jumper him, and this guy just scoops it up. I don't know if he thought that I could attack him next turn, or he just didn't have anything else to really deal with me. But yeah, I mean, you take advantage of your people just surrendering for no reason. Hello, we're here with game number 5, and our hand is looking a little sad because like this is not. I'm gonna say this too, like. I feel like I open shit like this all the time, and like it comes with playing like a lot of Photon Dragons, obviously. But dude, the amount of games I would open like 3 or 2 like Photon Dragons, it's like almost unplayable. But we go into Soul Flare, we add back the Photon Jumper, we get the Galaxy Trance. We're gonna Galaxy Trance. We're literally just gonna Galaxy Trance right here to banish a card. Now we get to go into the Photon Lord. So, it's the only reason why we do it. Our opponent is going to imperm this for some reason. I literally have no idea. Really bizarre to me. But I get to add my card before he even does it, and then he even leaves. I just keep the Soul Flare on. This card comes back. Opponent's Ariana is playing Labrynth. I mean, he's playing Labrynth, but I think this is pretty GG, to be honest. Not too worried about Maxi, and I'm trying to OTK him, so... He activates Big Welcome, and honestly, really bizarro world, he pops my Galaxy Eyes for some reason. I don't know if he thinks I could pop his card, but I can't. Because this card only works, like, the pop only works in my opponent's main phase. Which is, like, this is what I'm talking about, like, with this archetype, though. They have a lot of, like, random cards. They just have, like, these restrictions for no reason. Like, why does this only look restricted to my opponent's main phase? Like, it's kind of strange. Like, at least, like, it should be any main phase, you know? But, I digress. We said Photon Jumper, it's fine. He's going to end up popping my Photon Emperor. It's fine. We get Expedition here. Soldier is going to discard. Soldier is going to add Galaxy Summoner. Summoner is going to bring back the card. I go into Star League. So the reason I go into Star League here is this card pretty much makes it so my opponent can destroy my cards and they can't target the card here. Because this card, even though it's good against monster effects, is not good against traps. So here we go. My opponent is trying to do some weird welcome shit. I don't understand it, to be honest. I don't know if he remembers, but he uses Labrynth already. This was actually a misplay, by the way. So what I realistically should have done, in case my opponent really had something, you should have used Orbital to attach to the Photon Blaster. Because now if he had like ways of interrupting this twice, he could have killed this and then done something to this. But fortunately that's not the case. We get like a massive big hit here, and Lovely gets sent to the dumpster. 93k. No, 9300. And there's the Max C. Pretty, makes me smile. So this is actually funny. My opponent actually took like, on his turn, he took like 100+ seconds, and I think it's because he was reading what my cards do. He was like, wait, why did he only end on this? Like, he did draw like 3 cards off of me, which is really annoying. I maxi him, and he just does this and passes, and that just screams to me that like he knows at least like what the time stop does. Because if he did do anything, I time stop and he's fucked. So here we have Galaxy 100, which is a beautiful card to get. Then we have Trance. Remember what I said about... I get Maxine again, yay. Remember what I said about Trance? Trance is like really, really powerful. I see he's playing Math Mac. I'm like, okay, well, I have nothing to worry about then. I banish both cards, and then I hand for the 11k. And it's a GG. Hello and welcome to the recap. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys enjoy this type of content, subscribe to the channel. It helps greatly. And also join our Discord. We host tournaments every Friday. This Friday is going to be a anything goes tournament. So we're not going to have the ban list that we have currently. Pretty much it's just Master Duel just Master Duel rules, which we haven't had in a while. So pretty much any deck is viable. So come on down. And that's Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Let's talk about the deck. How was the deck? Well, I'm going to be completely frank with you guys. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think, honestly, in today's current meta, going first, unless you're doing something ridiculously powerful, which we were doing something decently powerful, but like, dude, the amount of kaijus, I don't know if I just had a really bad day, but just going first just did not feel good. I also was like bricking a decent amount. I got max seed almost every single game. So I think those all were like factors. But yeah, I really do think, and like max seed doesn't even hurt this deck that bad. Because with the Galaxy Soldier play, we're really just giving them 3 draws and then we set up the time stop. But dude, when they have Kaiju, it just makes our entire play just, why did we even do it? It's really unfortunate actually. Because like I would love it if we were able to set up a decent board and actually like do things. Like I'll be honest, like I think when I was playing before I started like recording playing, like started to do it for the video, I was able to like get a board where like the best end board I think I ever went into was like Soulfire Dragon with Galaxy Eyes, Photon Lord, Artifact Durandal with the trap. I think that was like the best board I could get. But ideally, you probably want to get at least this one too. Like if you get Star Liege with Durandal, that at least makes it so he can't target the card. But again, the problem comes with like if they have Kaiju, you're screwed. So I don't know. So I would personally say if you're gonna play this deck, maybe we look into doing instead of doing this variant, we going second variant, which would just be like obviously you could time stop, and you just need to or add in board breakers. So I think that's honestly the route you need to go with this. But yeah, I mean, the deck when it does its stuff is really good. But like, I just think in this current meta with like everyone playing kaijus because of Pearly, it makes it really hard to like get things going. That like Pearly when they get kaiju'd, it's really not even that big of a deal. Like, yeah, they lose their wall, yeah, but they get like absolute follow up. They get like 3 if they have the field spell 4+ cards. And and the sleepies, they draw like multiple cards in the standby phase anyway. Like it's really nice for them. We end up putting Soulfire Dragon to 1, and putting in Tachyon Dragon. And you might be asking why, but like this is 100% going to be needed if you're going second too. Because if you play against Mikanko, you have 0 outs in this deck against Mikanko. But this card, by itself, 2 generic level 8s, actually counter the entire Mikanko deck. Because when you summon this card, start of the battle phase, you detach 1 card, and negate the effects of all face-up monsters currently on the field, and their attack and defense become the original, and then during the battle phase, when you activate this effect, each time an opponent card effect resolves, this card gains 1,000 attack. Also, it can make a second attack each battle phase's turn. So this card does a lot of work against Mikanko. Otherwise, you're kind of fucked. It doesn't matter if you can go into this if you can't kill any of their monsters because it just one-shot yourself. So other options I guess would be if you're playing back like going second strategy, you could technically just be playing a bunch of like board breakers, so like you'd have ways of dealing with Mikanko anyway. But I don't know. It feels like I really wanted the going first one to be good, and I still do enjoy playing it. And it's definitely like 1,000% better than what it used to be. But it's just compared, like, I just think in this current meta, and plus bestials are still like going full strong. It's actually really annoying too when they hit like your Photon Emperor and stuff like that. It's kind of frustrating. But yeah, maybe going first. Maybe the strategy is more along the lines of like Baguska into some other plays. You know what I mean? Just have Baguska up or something. I don't know. But yeah, other than that, I think the deck is a lot of fun. If you guys really like the Galaxy Eyes deck, the good thing is it's, I want to say it's relatively cheap because all the main deck cards are like super cheap. And some of these cards are from the like structure deck. Like this card's from the structure deck, this from structure deck. These are all super rares. You really only have to craft. You're really talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards in the ultra rare. It's a relatively budget deck, I would say, and a lot of these cards you should have anyway. You should have Hope Harbinger probably crafted anyway. You definitely should have Zeus crafted. And, yeah, out of those are the 2 cards you should have crafted. Bare minimum. Photon Lord's another really good one, but this card's obviously is kind of specific for Galaxy Eyes. But, alright. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I'm really hoping Ninja comes out soon. And we get to play that because that will be a lot of fun. I think it's going to come out before the next event because the next event is a Fusion XZ event, and the Ninja monsters, I'm pretty positive they do fusion summoning, and there are Ninja cards at XZ, so I think that's probably what we're going to be looking at. But yeah, let me know what you guys want to see, and finally, ooh woo!